like Ross. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with a debut reaction to Treasure.
Treasure is YG Entertainment's new boy group. Very, very, very long-awaited boy group. Honestly, I know Bang Ye-dam because I've watched him since K-pop Star, and then I remember that there was someone named Jungyu, and I remember that they have like a decent amount of Japanese members, but I also know that they're very young. Like the whole group is just very young. And when they did the TV show, I like watched some of the performance clips on YouTube, but Peyton knows a little bit more about them than I do, right?
Yeah, I also know Bang Ye-dam, but I haven't known him quite as long as Anna has. I've been following him and have been his fan since he performed on When, Who Is Next in the finale. Because of that, I did watch the Treasure Box survival show. I broke my own rule of not watching trainee survival shows, so I am familiar with all of the different members in it. But yeah, they're very young.
And on that note, let's get started and watch their debut music video, Boy. Fire.
Lights. They're like on a stage.
Cute. Honestly, this is like more angsty than I was expecting for right now.
It.
No, just because like all the promotional stuff was saying like, oh, different direction, much brighter, youthful.
Yeah.
Oh.
Haruto. Masio. He's such a good dancer. I was so impressed by him during Treasure. Yeah.
Wait, oh my gosh, wait, how many of them are there?
I think.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Wow.
This
That's
is so
too cute.
different. Huh? Oh. Who's this?
Haruto.
Ah. Wait, is that their leader or no?
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
leader.
I was like, because I know their leader is a rapper. Oh.
I love him so much. I'm such a big Bang Ye-dam fan.
The chorus is so jarring, though.
That was a really cool dance move. When they went to the floor and back up.
No, but like the chorus is such a contrast to like the music video shots, or like most of them that are like so colorful. What is this bejeweled soccer ball?
Dance break.
For Peyton. And they're actually showing it.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
Wait, I was worried because they're so young that I was gonna be like, not like it, you know, because they're such like babies. But I really like it.
This is your style.
This is such my style.
I know it is. I think it's cute how they keep like mentioning Treasure in it since it's their debut, like in the lyrics.
Oh, maybe that's why they also had a bedazzled soccer ball. Okay, so we'll just start straight with the dance. This is a different style than YG dances usually are. Partially, I think that's because they're purposely going in a different direction with this group, which is what Anna was saying about like all the pre-release articles were saying that, but also there's just so many members that it has to have a different style. And by that, I mean, there's like different styles of dancing. And so we've talked before about like Infinite knife-like synchronization, like very together, very precise, versus like iKON's Rhythm Ta is a really good example of more of a YG style where yes, there's choreography, but it's more about just expressing personality, and if like they're not completely together, that's okay because there's not as many members. YG is really kind of focuses on just like riding the beat. Honestly, in a lot of YG dances, especially once they stop promoting and are doing it for like concerts, they just stop doing the dance altogether, especially the boy groups, and they just like are hyping up the song because that's just kind of the YG style. And so this was different. And when you have this many members in a group, because this is the biggest group that YG has ever debuted by like several members, you have to focus more on being together and everyone doing the same move at the same time, especially because in this choreography they do a lot of small groups. And so if everyone's just kind of doing their own thing, you're not going to know where to look. Like, am I looking at the person singing over here, or am I looking at the 4 people dancing over there? So it just has to be a little bit more precise. But they've also kind of balanced it with the YG swag. Like, there's enough of it in there that you can still tell, like, okay, this is a YG group. Like, at the very end, they're literally just going like this with the beat, and that just felt so YG to me. I was like, that's such a YG thing. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. But one of my favorite parts was actually the dance break, which I was so happy that they actually showed it in the music video, because I love that. And also, Mashiho is such a good dancer. I mean, they're all good dancers, but he really impressed me. Hyunsuk and Haruto are doing this rap part at the very end of the dance break, and there's like a little moment of silence before he goes, treasure. And when they do that, some of the members run forward and they like kind of jump and launch themselves off of other members, and they kind of suspend for that little like second of silence, and then they land and he like says it, and it was really cool. And I was like, oh, okay. It was really interesting because I really like the YG personality and individuality that they usually can take in their dances, but also as a dancer, I want to see more dancing. So this felt like a really good balance and I really liked it. I don't know if you could tell in it too, but Anna said like, this is my style. I really liked the song. But also I feel kind of like, I'll be completely honest, I feel kind of weird about it, because I'm like, the song itself, when you read the lyrics, they feel a little bit older, but I know how young they are. Like, I'm definitely still gonna listen to the song, but I'm kind of like, but yeah, I really liked it. Anna's turn.
So actually, a lot of the things that I have to say are kind of not similar to, but parallel things that you said. Like, you were saying how their dance is like different from what you typically see in YG, that's sort of like an in-between. Their singing was like that too. So I was saying, I feel like their singing is different from other YG like main vocalists that I think of. If we're talking specifically like the boy group vocalists that I think of, the other ones are usually like not aggressive, maybe like rougher sounding. Like, I feel like they're gonna attack me, and there's a lot of like grit in their voices. Maybe it's because like I know how young they are, and also like the sound is kind of, I feel like, centered around Bang Ye-dam's voice, and his voice is so different from the other like YG main boy group main vocalists, and it's a lot more like pure sounding. It's like very clear, although it wasn't as bright and as youthful sounding as I had expected when the song started. Like, the verse was pretty melodic, just because like most YG songs are like rap based, but this was a lot more singing based. And then also the instrumental in itself was just like a lot of chords, and like, yeah, there were a few beats on top of it and synth, but it really was more melodic based. But then all of a sudden in the chorus it switches to just like this deep heavy bass and like this really minory, jarring, slightly, I don't want to hear this, but also like it's kind of working for me, synth sound that happens because the line is really minory. And I think that really affected my interpretation of the rest of the song. The line that they repeat a lot is, I just want to be your boy. Since they repeat that a lot, like that's the line that sticks out to you. So I just want to be your boy sounds like, oh, like they're young, that's really cute, they just want to be your boy, and like are in love and are doing anything. But then when I went back and read the rest of the lyrics, some of it was like, I would do anything for you, and it was like fire, like love and fire, and I was like, wow, this is like darker. It's kind of like a twisted love. I don't know, I just feel kind of weird about it because I know how young they are.
Yeah.
But if I didn't know how young they all were, I would like be like, oh, they pull this off well. But because I have prior knowledge of their ages, I'm like, the whisper part that you mentioned too, where they go shh, and then there's silence, and then treasure. I was like, listen, I usually really do not like whispering in songs. Peyton knows this. As soon as it happens, I just like turtle and I feel super uncomfortable. But I really didn't mind this one. I felt like it was a really good effect. And I think it's because Usually when there's whispering in songs, they're trying to be like seductive or whatever, but instead the feeling that I got from this one, especially along with the music video, because throughout the whole music video there's like a diamond or like a jewel that they like keep unveiling or whatever, so when they whispered treasure, I was like, oh, it's like their hidden treasure that's finally like being unveiled. But that was all I had to say. TLDR for the video is basically we are very pleasantly surprised by this debut and how different it was from what we were expecting based on like articles we had read and like the TV show. But it was like a really good surprise, and I think Peyton has found a new song that she'll enjoy that is exactly her style. Not that I dislike this song, but for me, I think 미쳐가네 is more my style. But this makes us very excited for what they're going to do in the future now that they finally debuted at YG. So that being said, if you liked this video and also have been super excited for Treasure's debut and enjoyed this debut song, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!